Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and realizing something feels deeply wrong. You reach for your phone, but there are no notifications, no messages, no signal. You try refreshing, switching networks, restarting your device, but nothing works. The internet is gone, not slow, not temporarily down, completely erased. In that moment, the modern world as you know it begins to collapse. Today on Wikivedia Plus, we will explore what would happen if the internet disappeared overnight. Let's dive in. At first, people assume it's a regional outage. Then a national failure. Within hours, it becomes clear this is global. Social media platforms vanish. Emails stop existing. Cloud data disappears. The invisible system that connects billions of lives simply ceases to exist. Panic spreads faster than any virus ever could. Communication is the first casualty. Without messaging apps, video calls, or email, people are suddenly isolated. Businesses cannot coordinate. Governments cannot issue real-time updates. Emergency services lose digital infrastructure. Even phone networks begin to fail as they rely heavily on internet-based routing and synchronization. Financial systems are hit next. Stock markets freeze instantly. Online banking becomes meaningless. ATMs stop working. Credit card payments fail. Entire economies grind to a halt within hours. People rush to physical banks only to find systems that no longer function. Trust in money itself begins to erode. Transportation systems descend into chaos. GPS navigation vanishes. Air traffic coordination suffers massive disruption. Flights are grounded, trains face delays and cancellations. Global shipping networks lose tracking and scheduling, causing supply chains to snap. Supermarkets begin running out of essentials within days. Hospitals face one of the most dangerous consequences. Digital patient records disappear. Diagnostic systems relying on cloud data fail. Doctors and nurses are forced to rely on memory, handwritten notes, and outdated equipment. Life-saving decisions take longer. Mistakes become more likely. The cost is measured in human lives. Education collapses almost overnight. Online classes vanish. Digital libraries become inaccessible. Students who relied entirely on the internet for learning are suddenly cut off from knowledge. Schools scramble to print materials, but the gap grows quickly, especially in regions where physical infrastructure is weak. Then comes the psychological impact. A generation raised online experiences withdrawal. Anxiety rises, loneliness intensifies. Many people realize their closest relationships existed almost entirely through screens. Silence becomes overwhelming. The world feels smaller, quieter, and strangely unfamiliar. But as days pass, something unexpected begins to happen. People look up from their devices because there is nothing left to look at. Conversations return. Communities begin organizing locally. Bulletin boards, radios, and printed newspapers make a comeback. Human presence replaces digital noise. Creativity resurfaces in analog form. Music is played live again. Stories are shared face to face. Skills once considered obsolete become valuable. Mechanics, electricians, radio operators, and engineers trained in pre-digital systems are suddenly essential. Governments attempt to regain control, but without centralized digital systems, authority becomes fragile. Some regions adapt faster than others. Inequality deepens. Those with offline resources survive more easily, others struggle. The internet's disappearance exposes just how dependent civilization had become on a single, fragile layer of technology. As weeks turn into months, humanity begins rebuilding. Not the same internet, but new systems designed with redundancy, limits, and caution. The dream of infinite connectivity is replaced with the need for resilience. People no longer assume technology will always be there. Trust is no longer blind. The world that emerges is different, slower, more local, more human, and forever changed by the day the internet vanished.